Hello everybody, it's me again. I've just had some fantastic feedback from one of my followers, which is always great. I'm really appreciative if people actually contact me and say what's working and what's not working. So Christian, thank you very much for your feedback, which is that they wanted more detail about the course. So I've written a list here. Apologies if I'm reading a little bit, I just can't remember it all. So I've written a list of, is this course right for you? This is my Start With Me Victim to Survivor course. Is it right for you? Well, basically, I would say it's definitely right for you if you're unsure if you're in an abusive relationship, if you're confused by the mixed signals you're getting from your partner. For example, one minute they're saying they love you and the next minute they're hurting you. So their actions, what they say and what they do are completely confusing to you. If you're being manipulated by a narcissist and always being told that you're to blame for their behavior, then definitely this course is for you. Are you changing your behavior to avoid their anger or to try and keep the peace and make them happy? If your head is telling you to run, but your heart is begging you to stay, so you in yourself, your head's saying one thing, your heart's saying the other, then that's definitely a reason to do my course. If you're feeling fearful of them, but also really terrified of losing them at the same time, if you're finding it hard not to put them and if you find it hard to put your own needs and well-being above theirs because you always put theirs first, you feel sorry for them, you feel like you need to rescue them, you might feel guilty about the thought of leaving them, for example. If you're feeling trapped with no way out or powerless, like you're trying to control the uncontrollable, then it's definitely for you. And finally, if you're just missing that old you and wonder how the hell you got in this position and in this relationship that really doesn't feel good for you or right for you, and you just want your power back and you want the old you back. So any of those above, I would say this course is definitely for you. And I've written out more detail about the course itself, which I will read, I'm sorry. There's 4 modules in total. It's an online video course and each module is about, I'd say, 30 to 40 minutes each. And there's 5 videos in each of those modules, so it's broken down into bite-sized pieces. Module 1, what we're going to cover is this. How do you know you're in an abusive relationship, even if there's no violence? We're going to cover how to determine if this relationship is right for you, what the common warning signs are, patterns and behaviours that signify an unhealthy relationship or an abusive relationship. And I'll be giving you guidance on how to listen to your gut when things don't feel right. Module 2, we'll examine how the cycle of abuse works, how they hook you into that destructive vortex, and how the cycles of highs and lows lead to an unhealthy addiction for them, and what's known in the technical world as codependency. We'll cover what a narcissist is and the tactics narcissists use to manipulate and control you, which are really quite insidious, I have to say. And you'll come away with a better understanding of whether this is a healthy relationship that you're in or not. Module 3, this is where we really start with me. How we put your needs and your well-being first. How to accept the things you can change, but also how to accept the things you can't change, but accept what you can. And very crucially, how you can know the difference. Get to my next piece of paper, how to step off the merry-go-round and not be walking on eggshells and taking the blame for their behavior, which is so easy to do because that's what they want you to do. How to learn to protect yourself from being manipulated and controlled, particularly by a narcissist. How to separate your head from your heart to see clearly through that chaos and confusion that you end up in. And how to decide if the relationship is truly good enough for you. Finally, in Module 4, we'll be looking at how to assess your level of danger, how to know if an emotionally abusive relationship has the risk of turning physically violent, and more importantly, if you're in a physically abusive relationship, how to know what those warning signs are that this relationship actually could turn fatal and whether your life is in danger. And that's a really important thing, because there were those signs for me, and I didn't realise how close I was to potentially losing my life until it happened. We'll also be looking at if it's time to leave. I'm not going to tell you whether you need to leave your partner or not, but I will help you understand how to come to that decision yourself and to confidently know whether it's right for you or not. And then if you do decide to leave, how to do so safely. And then finally, I'll be laying the groundwork for why it's so important to start with me, which means focusing on you, and that is whether you choose to ultimately leave the relationship or not. So I thought it would also be worthwhile just jotting down a few frequently asked questions, because this is what people are asking me now, and that is how much time it will take. Well, it's really as long or as short as you want to make it. So as I said, I've broken the modules down into bite-sized videos, and these are really quite easy just to do in your own pace, on your computer or on your mobile, and in your own time. And because they're bite-sized, you could just, on the train on the way to work or whatever, you can just do another little bite-sized chunk, and then later do another one when it's convenient to you. So do it in your own time, excuse me, at your own pace. And when you ask how long do I have access to the course, well, forever, because once you've got the course, then it's yours. And so you can go back anytime you need to. And I'll also be giving you a workbook that you can jot your thoughts as you go in, and you can answer the questions I ask you as you go. So you can always go back to that when you need to. It's always there. Is this a safe space? Yes, definitely. The course will be confidential, and I will have a Facebook group that goes alongside the course that I will be in there too to support you. But I have made that secret, so nobody will know you're there, other than other people going along the course with you. But when you log into the course, you can choose just to create an anonymous name, so it can be completely and utterly confidential. Oh, another question. Why have I created this course now? Yeah, it's a good question, because I did go through domestic violence a long time ago. I know that. I chose to do it now because I guess back then people just swept it under the carpet. And now it's domestic violence has so much more of a high profile that I thought people would listen now. But more importantly, it's because nothing has changed since then. 2 women are still being killed every week, and I just don't think that's good enough. And also, I do understand that men are abused as well, but even one person still being abused by their partner is not good enough to me. And I just want to be that person that I wish I had when I was young, that can tell you that there is life after abuse, to give you a process that is just so simple, step by step, that I can take you through the same journey I took, to enable you to not go through that anymore and to go from victim to survivor like I did. why would I invest in this course when I can have when there's free resources on the internet? Yeah, good point. And thank God there's so much on the internet now, and you know, a lot of domestic violence resources on there that you can get for free, and I think that's brilliant. And yes, you can do that, and I completely respect if you choose to do that and not pay for my course. But what I'll say about my course is that I really have tailored this specifically. It is very much my journey. It's step by step, the exact steps that I took, that I am going to support you to take the same journey that I did. And I know it works because look at me. I went from being a single mother, a victim of domestic violence, to someone now who is so successful in my career, in life, in long-term healthy love, because I now have a gorgeous relationship, a very healthy one, with my husband, who I've been now with 30 years, you know, and he's my best friend, so how lucky am I? But yes, so if you choose to pay for my course, then it is very much me holding your hand and taking you on the journey that I took. And I'll also be in that Facebook group to support you along the way. Next question, my budget is limited. What if I can't afford this right now? Yes, look, I've made this course as affordable as I can because I wanted to make it accessible to as many people I can do. I'm actually not working or earning any money at the moment, and I've invested a lot of time and love and passion and energy to create this course to being the best possible that I can. And I absolutely know it's worth it because it will make a difference to your life. I know it will. But I have made it at a level that I believe is affordable and to as many people as I hope it will be. But if it's not, and I do know that some people do suffer financial abuse as well, so if that's the case with you, I completely respect that you might not be in a position to afford this right now. And that's why I have my blog, and I write regularly on there every single week, giving lots of free advice about how I can help you think differently or maybe change your life like I did. I'm doing these live Facebook posts very regularly, and I'm recording videos too that I put up on my YouTube channel, and I also am on this Facebook page a lot. So, you know, if you want to get free stuff, then there is lots that I am putting out there that you can access as well. And I'm sure, and I hope that will be helpful to you. I've already had an enormous amount of feedback and support and encouragement from people saying it is helping them. So that's really brilliant to hear. Anyway, that's it really. I just want to say that every journey begins with a single step. And if you do choose to take my course and take that step, well then that is your first step towards changing your life. You know, imagine going from being a fearful victim to an empowered survivor. Imagine not being manipulated by a narcissist anymore. And imagine not feeling like you're in that chaos and that you're trying to control the uncontrollable. Imagine not feeling that feeling of powerlessness anymore, that you are taking your power back. So, yeah, if you decide to enroll with me, that is, I believe, what you'll be feeling today. And then finally, I'll just say, you know, what is your happiness worth? $49. If you break it down over the 4 weeks of this course, it works out to be about $1.75 a day. So that's roughly, I would say, well, actually less than what it would be to buy that 1 cup of coffee that you buy in the morning every day. So there we go. I hope that helps. And thank you again, Christian, for asking for that detail. And and for now signing on to the course as a result of me giving that to you. So I'm really pleased about that as well. And all I can say is you deserve it. Start now, start with me, you deserve it. So I hope to see you on there soon, and if not, I'll see you on my Facebook group, on my blog, on my YouTube channel, or wherever else you choose to join me. Okay, so bye for now, and I'll see you again soon.